Hey there, welcome. Friday Freestyle. Here we are. Here we grow. I am pumped for this one today. I'm sitting here with my guy, Leon Abood, friend, mentor, one of the most respected names in the real estate business. I can't do his full resume. Nearly a $500 million in real estate sales, past president of the Realtor Association of Martin County, chairman of the Rivers Coalition, founding member and bass player for the Dirty River Band, CRS, top one half of 1% of all realtors in the country. I mean, hopefully I've built the credibility a little bit here, but most importantly, mentor and friend of our family. Leon, I'm so grateful to have you here. And as you know, we talked briefly, Friday Freestyle is little bits of wisdom. Man, you shared some nuggets with me over the years, and you and I talked about one yesterday. I'd love to turn it over to you and have you share some of the wisdom you imparted to me, a young man coming up in the real estate world.
We talked about four areas that, as a successful businessman or a business person, especially in real estate, and I have some notes here because I don't want to miss anything because this is too important, is empathy, expertise, wisdom, and strength. Empathy, expertise, wisdom, and strength. And the other person I have to mention, or I want to mention, is Steve Bohner. Steve Bohner was the founding broker and our broker at Premier Realty Group. Steve passed away quite tragically and suddenly several years ago, but the amount of wisdom that he imparted on me, I still carry with me today. So I just want to, now, should I just keep going, Kev, or how do you want me
Yeah,
to
man.
do it?
Let's hear it.
Okay. Dr. Fred. Dr. Fred instilled in me and instills in his clients what he calls dollar productive activities. Dollar productive, and I have some notes here because I don't want to miss anything. Dollar productive activities and dollar productive behavior. And it's important that what is helpful for me is time blocking. So you want to time block your little segments, probably 2 or 3 hours, or probably 1 or 2 hours a day, 3 or 4 days a week to do your dollar productive activities. If you think about it, what makes us money and what makes us productive, there are very few things in the real estate business that makes us money and makes us productive.
Sure.
Listing and selling, number one. Negotiating and keeping deals, number two. And prospecting, number three. Those are the only things that make, in the real estate business, those are the only things that make us money. Listing and selling, negotiating and keeping deals together, and prospecting. And I'm the best at kidding myself. I'll sit at my desk and I'll go through my files and I'll take a stack of papers on the left side of my desk. I'll go through each file. Oops, sorry, I
Sorry.
apologize. I'll go through each file. I'll open each file, read everything in it, and move it from one side of my desk to the other side of my desk. And I think I'm being productive. Well, in fact, that's not productive. If you're not listing and selling, negotiating and keeping deals together, and prospecting, um, you're really not being productive. Now, it's okay to do the admin stuff, but what was helpful for me is to time block segments throughout the course of the week that I would dedicate just to prospecting. And for me, prospecting, and Kevin knows this because I'm a phone guy. Um, I would probably schedule 2 hour time blocks several times during the week, probably 4 days a week, 2 hour time blocks to make phone calls. And for me, what I do is I just call people who know me and like me, who I've done business with. Never bring up real estate. Just talk to them about what's important in their lives, their family. If you're a real estate agent or a broker and you do this, the people that you call who know you know what you do. You don't have to bring up real estate because inevitably it will come up. They know what you do, So you want to talk
Sure.
about their family, their friends, and what's going on, any vacations. what their dreams are, and then real estate will inevitably come up. So that's how I handle my week as far as reaching out and trying to generate new business.
Yeah,
Um,
and for people that are watching this, you were humble when you said you just move things from one side of the desk to the other. But Leon will have weeks of 100 connections in his sphere of influence, and sometimes that, I mean, that's very notable.
and, and he imparted. And if I have one regret about my relationship with Steve, is I didn't spend enough time in his office. Excuse
Right.
me, I didn't spend enough time in his office because there wasn't a time that I went in his office that I didn't leave knowing more than I did when I went in.
For sure.
No matter what it was, whether it was real estate, whether it was helping me manage the Rivers Coalition, whether it was anything, he was just the smartest guy I've ever known.
Yeah.
And one thing he used to say is talk less, listen more.
Mm.
Talk less, listen more. And for me to help me do that, and Kevin will remember this when we work together, is I'd always have a pad and pencil, a pad and something to write with me. And whenever they were talking, clients, whether buyers or sellers, whenever they were talking, I was writing because we as sales people, where the client is talking, we're usually thinking about what we want to say next. And that's really not what we're supposed to be doing. What we're supposed to be doing is listening more and talking less. So I'd have a pad with me, a pad and a pen. And Kevin will remember this. When the client was talking, I'd be writing. And what I found very useful and very effective is if you look at them and you write down everything that they're saying, like it's the most important words you've ever heard, they will recognize that and it will resonate with them. So
Okay.
if I have any other bits of wisdom, I would talk less, listen more, write more, and when you do those dollar productive activities, if you do them with empathy, expertise, wisdom, and strength, that will resonate with your clients.
Yeah.
Listen more,
And
and and
expertise.
and expertise,
Okay.
empathy, expertise, wisdom, and strength are probably the four key the four key wheels to the wagon that you're driving. To use a metaphor,
Right.
so if you're driving a wagon, you need four wheels, and those four wheels are empathy,
Yeah.
expertise, wisdom, and strength. And those aren't really learned behaviors. Those are acquired traits that you acquire over the course of. I've been selling real estate for 40 years. Those are, but you could acquire those traits in a year, just by listening more, showing your prospective client that you care.
Yeah.
Never talk about money. Never talk about, because they don't really want to. They don't really want to talk about how much money you're making or your. I never. And Kevin will remember this. I never talked about my production because they really don't care. If you were a $5 million producer, and there were some years that I did $30 million in the residential real estate business, and that's a lot of real estate to sell in a small area like this. But they don't really care about how much you sold. What they do care is about how much you care about them and their family and their well-being. Your money will come up, but their money, not your money. So,
Beautiful. Leon, thanks so much for your time and your wisdom, man.
is that good enough?
This has been Friday Freestyle. Let's go.
Thank you
Absolutely.
very much, everyone. And Kevin, let me just give a plug. This guy is at the top of his game. He's smart. He's a sincerely nice person. And if you hook your wagon with the four wheels up to him, you'll be successful.
Love you, man. Thanks,
Bye.
bud.